Why do F1 drivers start from the pit lane? Imagine watching a race and suddenly seeing a car start from the pit lane instead of the grid. You might wonder why that happens. Well, in Formula One, starting from the pit lane is often linked to rules and race strategies. Drivers usually do not start there by choice but because of specific reasons tied to regulations or car conditions. One common reason is if a team needs to make big repairs or changes after qualifying. For example, if they need to replace the engine or gearbox, they might have to start from the pit lane because of rules that prevent major modifications once qualifying is over. These rules are called parc fermé rules, which keep the cars locked in a certain setup to keep the race fair. If a team changes parts beyond the allowed limits, the driver gets a penalty and must start from the pit lane. Another reason is if a driver misses the deadline to be on the grid. The pit lane closes usually 30 minutes before the race starts, and if a driver is not in their car by then, they have to start from the pit lane. Sometimes, technical issues happen just before the race begins. If a car has a problem that can be fixed quickly, the team might decide to repair it in the pit lane, which means the driver starts from there instead of the grid. Starting from the pit lane is a disadvantage because the driver begins behind everyone else. They have to work hard to catch up and often need to be strategic about tire choices and pit stops. Teams plan carefully because starting from the pit lane can change how they approach the race. They might choose different tire strategies or timing for pit stops to make up lost ground. So in essence, drivers start from the pit lane mainly because of rules about car changes, penalties for component replacements, missing the grid deadline, or last-minute technical fixes. These rules are there to keep the race fair and safe but also influence how teams and drivers plan their race strategies. It's all about balancing regulations with the challenge of moving through the field and trying to win.